guys, it's Moe, and it's been a very, very long time since I did one of these, and I thought that, you know, since this year is changing a new leaf and I have been away for a long period of time, don't worry, I will give you guys a lowdown of what's been going on in my life through another video regarding that. But every so often I still do a couple of bead paints in here and there, and I thought this was a nice change of pace, actually doing an unboxing. I think I might be doing something like this maybe every 2 months, an unboxing video, because it seems like you guys that are my fellow collectors, my fellow Pokemon fans and plushie fans seem to really enjoy this, and I would have to say this is the first unboxing that I've done in my new apartment. It's kind of crazy, so let's get this started, because it's like there's a lot going on today, but I just wanted to spend some time with you guys because let's face it, I miss you guys. I miss you guys terribly. So some of my unboxing, some of the treats that I got. So I got these few things. A couple of things here and there. I will showcase some of the plushies that I've gotten, but I've also gotten some other cool things as well for the month. You could say a late Christmas present, or just every so often it's good to kind of treat yourself to some of these things. And yes, if for those you haven't seen the little pile behind me, don't worry, I'm actually in the process of reorganizing and decluttering a lot of stuff. As some people would say, I'm doing spring cleaning very, very early, but some of these things that I got last year and they just came in to this month, so let's get started with that. Oh dear. Oh goodness. It's really hard to get through this. Oh, I recognize you. Okay, so this is the first plushie that I've gotten this year. The last time I got a plushie was like during Christmas, but that was even back in November during one of my long-awaited conventions. Usually I do conventions toward the end of the year. Anime NYC, if you guys remember that. And, well, this is something that I got off of this wonderful site called Mecha Japan. They have some really cool stuff. If you're a heavy Pokemon fan, I would suggest them. They have some really decent prices. With all these, like, if you're not a really good crane person, like, this is a plush that you would get in a crane game or UFO game, if it were. And I am not very good at those. I'm actually quite terrible at those. I've been sinking like a large amount of money into those crane machine games. I'm terrible at it. But if you're the type of person who wants to go against, but if you want to take all the guesswork out of getting your favorite plush or your favorite treat out of those crane games, but you don't want to do any of the work, Mecha Japan is a good way to go. This is Ban Presto. So one of Ban Presto's collection. The tail, I believe, is Mimete. Collection. I believe there's an Umbreon version of this skulking around. I might get it, I might not, I'm not sure, because plushie collection has gotten quite big. I'm trying to downsize and be careful of what particular plushies that I do get. But I couldn't resist. This is a cute little Glaceon. I love Vaporeon is my personal favorite, but Glaceon is also any eevee evolution is practically my favorite. That's not a big surprise, really, like, seriously. But yeah, thought this was very adorable, so I couldn't help it, and her tail is just so soft. The fabric is really nice. It's nice to have like little simple plushes, because I know Ban Prestos, for some people, they try to gravitate away from that because it seems like everything looks similar, each spin on it or season, so you know, but this is just like really, really cute, so I couldn't help it. So yeah, so this is adorable. So that is one treat that I got. Now, the next thing I'm gonna unbox is this big old thing. Now, I'm not really big on accessories, but I just fell in love with this, and I just thought it was really adorable, and especially the fact that I do love my Switch. This is a special case for traveling for my Switch. If you see that little Switch back there, this is a case for that Switch. If you guys also know, I try to go with a pink and purple aesthetic, as you can tell thus far. Slowly but surely getting into that, and ooh, this is like really cool. See, so you have like extra straps straps in here and extra slots in here, so when you travel, put your games in here, which I thought was really, really cool. I travel a lot. When I go to conventions, I get really scared of basically scuffing up my Switch. I love that thing. I've had that thing for forever. My darling boyfriend got it for me for my birthday. Take care of my stuff. So I thought it would be best if I bought like a Switch bag so I can keep all my stuff in there, reorganize it. So like when we want to go to conventions and I get really bored in the hotel room, I could take my Switch out and just like play Pokemon or play Disgaea or anything like that. Also the fact that anything cat related is just adorable, and it even has the cute little toe beans. I think that is so cute. It's just so cute. It has like these little cat ear toe beans, or this little cat head with the toe bean paws. See, it's so cute. So I couldn't help but really indulge in this. Now I got this from Amazon, and it did take me a little bit of time. I'm a little bit, you know, I try not to buy too much stuff off of Amazon. I'm more of into smaller businesses type of gal, but you know, usually this one was on Etsy, but unfortunately it got sold out, so I found it again on Amazon, so I couldn't just pass up the second chance of getting it. So this is the next one that I'm basically opening up. And let's see what this is. I think I already know what this particular thing is, but I'm just not sure. Sometimes I place order on certain things, and because it takes so long to get here, I forgot, or I forget sometimes. So, you know, I know that's not necessarily a good thing. You should keep track of everything. Usually I do, but, you know. Ooh, this is my Critical Role bag. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I am a huge D&D fan. I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan, and unfortunately, this particular bag, my friends had turned me into a dice goblin. Now, eventually, like, first off, I started off that way when I first got into D&D. I really was enchanted by the dice. But unfortunately, it's gotten so bad with all the dice, I had to get a dice bag, and I got a dice bag. And I thought that was the end of it. For anybody who's a huge D&D veteran or a tabletop veteran, they know that even if you get a large bag, it doesn't stop. Unfortunately, traveling back and forth with my purse and having all my dice in my purse, it wasn't working out. And then also on top of that, all the stuff in my bag, I lost my sketchbook as well. So it's like, it was a nightmare. So fortunately, I went on Critical Role's website, and I really do love their content. I love their first campaign. I try to get into the other ones. It's kind of hard because it's like a really long sessions, and you know, with adulting and all, it gets kind of crazy. So yeah, it takes a lot of time, and I can't necessarily sit through all the sessions. But I thought getting a huge giant bag for my dice would be the best bet. So I can keep all my dice neat. They're not all over the place. I think I just lost one particular set. Like I have a set that has 6 die instead of 7 die out of like quite of the plethora of dice that I already have. This hopefully will cure my dice goblin situation. And also I want to thank my dear friend from my tabletop group for suggesting this type of bag, even though it's exactly the same bag. I was going to get the gray one, but blue, between pink, purple, and blue, those are my signature colors. I had to go with the blue one, sort of like a sapphire blue, so, you know, I couldn't help it. And it's also very nice fabric. It's very nice fabric, and it looks huge. It looks huge in here. So it has like all these individual pockets where you can put all your dice in. I feel a little bit better now that I have this big old dice bag, so I don't have to wander around with all this other dice in my clutches and worried about losing them and losing other stuff. It's great. So I'm opening is this box here. Now this one I think was from a while ago, and unfortunately I cannot tear it open like I did with the other bags. The kitty one, the cat one with the Switch, something I didn't tear open. It had a nice little zipper in it, so I didn't have to, like, ruin my nails or anything. So, you know, that's small. Unfortunately for this box here... Ooh, I think I know what this is. Okay. Alright, so... Oh my god, it is what it is! Okay, I got this last year. This is like a late Christmas present because this particular plushie, now you guys all know that I'm a huge Vaporeon fan. Oh my goodness, this thing is bigger than I anticipated. Oh my.
That's what she said.
Because I'm trying to like take it easy with the bigger plushies because, you know, they take up a lot of room and I don't necessarily have a lot of room to spare right now, or I do, but it's just like I don't want to get too crazy to the point where it's like, oh my goodness, I flip up its collar to the point it looked like wah. So cute. Anyway, wasn't expecting it to be this big.
That's what she said.
Love Vaporeon. I'm obsessed with like aquatic creatures, mainly supernatural water supernatural creatures such as like mermaids and stuff like that. I've loved Vaporeon since the very beginning. It was my very first Pokemon that I fell in love with when I was little, and I am forever loyal to the Pokemon franchise in a way. So yeah, this one I got in October when it first came out. It's just, oh, it has a huge little fotch on its face. I'm so sad. Why is it so sad? But no, this last year, and it's been a while. I was nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm going to get this. It's been a while. Apparently, it finally arrived, and I'm so happy about it. It's so fluffy. Oh my goodness. I love fluffy stuff. I love plushes. That's like my weakness in a lot of cases, in various cases. That's why practically I'm here. I know they have the two others. They have Jolteon and Flareon, and I want to wait to get those. I hope they still are around when I go, because I'm thinking about possibly heading back to Japan. And usually when I go to Japan, I try to pack myself an extra suitcase for all the stuff that a lovable otaku would like to go and basically shop till you drop while I'm over there. So, but I really had to get this one once I first saw it, just in case if it was to sell out. That happened to that Sylveon, which unfortunately escaped my clutches. Build-A-Bear one. Just not too long ago, the Build-A-Bear Sylveon just came out, and it already is sold out. And I'll have to wait until it comes again. So it escaped my clutches, unfortunately. But no, I'm really happy about this. This thing is so adorable and cute. I just wish it didn't have such a very small, this little poor little sad face. I wish you didn't have a sad face. It's so sad. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if my friend pointed it out. I was just wandering around and I stumbled on it, and it's just like, I lucked out. Also, may I mind you, I got really back into unboxing. It's really nice to be back here. I got back into, unboxing because I got into like some of these videos, these I believe they're called Squishmallows. I don't necessarily like to hunt for those. I know they have a Pokemon version of those, Pikachu and Gengar, which those look really adorable. If they do like an eevee version, maybe, just maybe, I'll start looking for them. But for right now, it's not my thing. They're still very, very adorable, but I do like some of the people that I stumbled on that are part of the community. And they just seem to be very likable and fun, and they like to travel a lot, so just got some inspiration. Now, this is the last thing that I have. This is also from Amazon. The Vaporeon that I got was from Japan stuff. This was also during the time, I don't know if the yen is still low. I think towards the mid to end of last year, the yen basically dropped. A lot of people were going crazy by buying like a lot of merch. Since that happened, I don't know if it's still like that. Oh, okay. Okay, this is the last thing that I got for myself as well. And this is the deluxe Nendroid of Black Panther's T'Challa. I'm a huge fan of Black Panther, and I couldn't pass this up. Especially this is a Nendroid. I don't really collect Nendroids. I used to, but then after a while, pieces started to get missing. It started to miss and started to go missing. Other things that I like, a lot of the characters that were being turned into Nendroids were not necessarily the characters I technically liked. For a time, I just didn't like necessarily dealing dealing with a lot of the Nendroids beforehand, because a lot of the characters that I really admire didn't have Nendroids. Like, I have a few that had Nendroids, like Sebastian and Ryuko Matoi, and maybe Ari from League of Legends, which, by the way, I love League because of the stories that they have for each of their champions, and some of the champion designs are just breathtaking. Until Arcane came along, there was no really steady story to follow. And a lot of people are basically saying keep away from the actual playing the actual game. I just heed their advice. Me personally, I get curious about it from time to time, but I'm getting a little off track. Because of the fact that I don't necessarily have too many Nendroids, that a lot of the characters that I personally like are not turned into Nendroids, except for this one. And I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get this one, this deluxe. My friend was actually talking about it, and from one of my art communities, his name is, so shout out to Tony and Ronzo for talking about this. I just fell in love, and I just love Chadwick Boseman's performance of Black Panther, and he was king. He was king. God, I miss you, buddy. Yeah, so I couldn't really pass up on this. I have now 2 figures of T'Challa's Black Panther, and it turned out really cool. I just love this. It's just so beautiful. And I love the boxing, because usually a lot of the Nendroids come in a white boxing. So this is just I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep it in the box for a while, because I'm too afraid to open it now, because it looks so cool. Last but not least, I have this. Now, I know a lot of fellow people who get plushies online from Amazon, they have sort of a vacuum pack. I don't know how I feel about this, because usually that causes the fluff to kind of, get all smushed, and it's not as fluffy, so you gotta basically fluff it up.
That's what she said.
And actually, funny enough, when I mentioned the Squishmallow videos beforehand, some of them had to deal with this, and I never thought I would have to deal with this, but here we are. So, okay. So it actually fluffed up a bit as soon as I open it, but it's I gotta really fluff it up a bit.
That's what she said.
It looks a lot better now, because oh my goodness. But this is a specialized eevee plush that I got that I thought was really cool, because it has a zipper on its hindquarters, and what happens is you can turn it inside out, and let's see, sorry, you turn it inside out, and it turns into a actual, get in there. Don't worry, I'll reverse it. Dang, this thing doesn't want to get in there. Come on, eevee. Don't worry, I'll let you out later.
That's what she said.
Dang, it still doesn't want to get in there, but. So, what's special about this particular eevee, and of course I'm not going to hear the end of it from my love, but I couldn't help, because this was really adorable. The point of it turns into an egg. It's a reversible Pokemon plush where you can turn it into an egg. Now, unfortunately, this Eevee is being very, very stubborn and doesn't want to stay in the egg. But I'll let you out. Because you don't feel like staying as an egg. You like being out. You like being out and about, and I can't necessarily get mad at you for that. But it's a cute little Eevee plush that reverses into an egg. And, it's going to be a while because it still needs to be fluffed up. It's not fluffed up as, it wasn't as flat as it was, but it's just really adorable. I couldn't help it. The fact that it can turn into an egg like that. And it reminded me of an old plushie that I used to have that had a Snorlax. I had a Snorlax that turned into a Pokeball when I was a kid. And I think it fell apart. I loved that thing until it fell apart. and I never found one again. When I saw this, it just brought back a lot of flood of memories of that Snorlax Pokeball combo plush, and I was like, oh, this is just adorable. As Moe, it would be just adorable to have a reversible Eevee plushie like this, and it's just freaking cute. It's just really adorable. I love the idea. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I got thus far for this month. Me being your typical otaku, and it's nice to be back and collecting Eevee plushies again. Again, like I stated before, I'm decluttering. I have to be very careful what plushies I do get because of the fact that my collection has grown immensely and I just don't have as much room as I did beforehand, but that's okay. During the end of February, maybe March, like I said, I'll probably do this every 2 weeks because I don't want to necessarily get too much heavily into buying a lot of stuff. There might be some months that are more flexible than others, that type of thing. But it's just so nice to basically reconnect with you guys, start doing unboxing and being Moe again. But anyway, that's it for today, and I hope to see you guys very soon. So talk to you later. Bye!